Good morning, all. Good morning, all. We're making history today. Good morning. Let's cheer our athletes, please. Let's cheer the athletes. Kaduna is making history. Good morning. Let's cheer our athletes. Let's cheer our athletes today. Kaduna is making history. Please do not cross into the lane. Do not cross into the lane, please. Watch. Stand by the side. Do not cross into the lane. Please. Nigeria, the president is here with us this morning. So welcome. Thank you for being a part of our history today.
All right, good morning, everyone. The DJ is finally here. We're talking about the inaugural edition of the Kaduna Marathon. I mean, Kaduna is actually joining a city like Lagos that has started marathon. And just a few minutes ago, we started with the 21 kilometers race. Charles is here with me. Charles Adebayo, of course, is joining me. We'll be talking you through all the race and what is happening right here in Kaduna. And in a few minutes from now, we'll be having the 10 kilometers starting, and that will be followed by the 5 kilometers race. And of course, for the 21 kilometers, we know that it's all about the elite runners running that. And the 10 kilometers and the 5K, it's for those that, okay, if you don't have the stamina, of course, you have to make do with the 10 and the 5 kilometers race.
Yeah, good morning, Cecilia. It's a nice atmosphere here. The Harmattan is around already in Kaduna. And looking at what we have here today is historic, because this is the first edition of the 21-kilometer half marathon in Kaduna, and this is opportunity for the state to even showcase what they have as a state. And it's interesting to know that Kaduna is like this. We have over 25 elite athletes, foreign especially, and then the home base. But they've started already, and we are waiting for the 10 kilometer. So let's see who is going to win the first. Don't forget, this is the second post-COVID-19 pandemic race in the whole world. The first one was in London, and this is the second one. The first one in Africa and in Nigeria especially. So let's see what we have of this race at the end of the day.
We really can't wait, because right here we have athletes from Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, and even Cameroon. They're all here trying to win that amount. How much is it? $10,000. That's the amount that is up for grabs for the elite athletes. And of course, for the Nigerian athletes, we know they're not left out. Usually it's 3 million naira. So there's so many athletes, more than 6,000 that we've counted. All of them ready, jostling for that particular money. So how far will they go? We'll find out at the end of the race. But we know it's going to take a whole long time. We have to wait for a long time to see who is going to be the winner of the inaugural edition of the Kaduna Marathon. Let's run together. That's what it's all about. Everyone is running. Those who are not running, we have those that are not running for the prize money.
Definitely, the 5 kilometers are not really run for the prize money. But like you said, we might not even have to wait for long. The record is just like 1 hour, like something less than 1 hour plus a little. So let's see if we can have something better. Maybe less than 1 hour here today. But I think in the next 1 hour, 10 minutes at most, we should be able to find our winner of the race.
Yeah, we just can't wait for that. Remember, in Nigeria, for instance, we have a 30-year record that's been standing since 1990 in Lagos. When you have Mohammed Abbas, yes, they have set that record of 2 hours 16.0 seconds.
In fact, he was almost creating the world record. The world record at the time was like 2 hours 8 minutes or thereabout, and he ran 2 hours 16 seconds. So if we had worked on this, we have worked on promoting this sport in Nigeria, maybe it will have been better than this by now. But with Kaduna coming up and Abbas coming from Kaduna too, this is an opportunity for the younger ones, the people coming on, to see that they have somebody, a role model to look up to, and see how they can really change the perspective of this long distance race in Nigeria.
Interesting, because you know, when we spoke with the Commissioner for Sports earlier, he said, look, they want to have a situation whereby you have, athletes from Kaduna actually going to run marathon in places like Lagos. And of course, you also have it not just running as like a local athlete, but running as an elite athlete. And not just that, also having these athletes coming tops. I mean, having the first Nigerian, we won't hear anybody from Jos anymore, Plateau State. But if you're hearing that the first Nigerian winning the Lagos Marathon will just be, from Kaduna, I mean, that's the way to go, because he said they're putting everything in place to ensure that, yes, the youth, which makes up more than 75% of the population in Kaduna, are well into sports. So at the end of the day, we know that yes, these youth, if you can, sports is a business, and sports is more like an industry whereby can engage so many people. So if you put these, you put the facilities and everything in place, you know that yes, these youth will be fully engaged and also provide for themselves and their family while also representing Nigeria at the international stage.
If you look at this race on this environment, or like you mentioned just earlier, they have the atmosphere for this race. Look at what the altitude is there for them, is good for them. Look at it now in Lagos and other parts of the country. You might not experience Harmattan the way you are experiencing it, and this is what these people from the East African countries have been experiencing, that they have been taken advantage of. You can see people from UK, London, US and going to Kenya, going to Ethiopia, going to Tanzania, going to Ghana to prepare for marathon. They will send their best athletes long distance race to this country to prepare to train. We have this facility here, we have this atmosphere here in Kaduna. We have the altitude in Kaduna, we have the altitude in Jos, Plateau State, and then let me say Gombe and some other part of the north. So if they continue with this the training, the continue training here and everything, we can as well look forward to seeing somebody from Kaduna winning the Lagos Marathon, like you said, and maybe not just Nigeria aspect of it, but winning the top prize at that 42-kilometer race in Lagos.
Yeah, it's easy to do that. When I say it's easy to do that, it's just for them to put the right structure in place. We're not just talking about states right now, we're talking about the federation and all those involved in managing sports in Nigeria. You can't just say, okay, in the next 10 years, you can have a projection and say in the next 10 years, we don't want to have a situation whereby we have a Nigerian winning the marathons we're hosting in Nigeria. But how long will that take? All we have to do is to put the right structure in place. And if we do that, because you have so many hungry people. I've seen so many young people. I've seen like some 15-year-old, 16 years old, all of them around here trying to join this marathon. Though some of them are running 5K, but then that's the way to start. So if encouragement is there, I believe that with time, as you said, we might just have a Nigerian winning one of these marathons.
The truth, the fact to remain that apart from this Kaduna that's just starting, they had certificates just yesterday in Kaduna here. They have three. This is the first time we'll be having 3 events in one at a certain race. Kaduna is having 21 kilometer, 10 kilometer, and 5 kilometer at a go. Now, if you look at other states that have been doing this in the past, like Lagos, they've already had silver label. The Road race already have silver label too. And now, if this one can be labeled against next year, then we'll have more athletes trying to come here. Now we have some top athletes here already. I think they are about completing the first.
All right, the 10 kilometers
of the race.
Starting, yes.
They're about to start the 10-kilometer race, and the elite athletes are about completing their first loop of the 2 kilometers, because we have to do the way of London Marathon due to the COVID-19 pandemic that is ongoing in the world. So they have to do the loop twice, and they are almost there, and we'll be looking at the 10-kilometer runner coming down in the next few minutes.
Obviously, they are almost starting the 10 kilometers race, and all the athletes are ready, and everyone is actually anticipating and thinking, can I win this money? It's all about marathon, and it's all about Kaduna. It's all about the big city where you have a very good altitude. The atmosphere is well and good, and anyone, this is the best time to actually have a marathon and the best time to run because of the environment right now, because of the weather. It's a fine, nice weather. The sun is coming out a little bit, and the weather is still a little bit of chill, and so everyone is just waiting and anticipating that gunshot for the 10 kilometers race to kick off. To us here, and it's a nice weather, as I said earlier, to run, and all of them are ready just to they can get their hands on the big prize. The 10 kilometers race is on, and you have most of the athletes from Nigeria. And I believe, Charles, you can see the way they started. The way they started this race, you're going to gas out any moment from now. Is this way started?
I think most of these people, they didn't understand the atmosphere. They didn't understand what long distance race is all about. Look at it, they are taking it as if they are running a sprint, but this is not the way to go about it. And we have to really appreciate Ninlayo Sports Management Limited for the consultant for this race, for bringing some of these top athletes from outside the country, from all over Africa, down here to run in this race. And you can see we have some top Nigerian athletes here, two national team athletes running this 10 kilometer. We have a whole lot of them, and let's see what the locals can do, especially running, because some of them have started with sprints already, and they are not even thinking of the long distance. So let's hope they can be able to achieve their
we're still watching the race, and we're just looking at the way these guys are running. And as you mentioned, it is not a sprint, it's a marathon, so you just have to know where to start. And we can see some other athletes quickly and joining them and other. But we know that these athletes, the numbers is much, and they are happy, they are joyful. They haven't done this in a long time. You can hear them shouting and just waving, happy that they are able to participate in a marathon like this. For the first time since the COVID, you're having a big event like this happening in Kaduna. So I can understand their joy. I can understand why they are so happy, because they haven't done this in a long time.
I will have to appreciate the Kaduna State government also, because for them to have come up with this, they've been investing a lot in this marathon. Even for a very long time, it was not supposed to come up this moment, but they decided to go ahead with it and put everything in place, especially to stop the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. They tried everything, they did everything humanly possible to put this marathon in the right perspective around the world. I'm really happy with what I'm seeing, especially with the numbers coming out.
I'm seeing like a 4-year-old kid, and I'm seeing like a 5-year-old. This is 10 kilometers you're talking about. We're seeing some women actually joining their mothers, running along for the 10
but
kilometers.
But you see some kids running in Lagos too.
This is 10 kilometers race you're talking about, and we are seeing mothers with their children actually trying to join them and don't run this. I saw a man who is like a grandfather also running the 10 kilometers race. I can't wait to see how far these ones will go, because we know how hard it can be for you to run a marathon, especially when you haven't had the opportunity to train all year. Because we know if you don't have opportunity to train all year because of the lockdown at the time, then during the pandemic, and then when the states were open, of course you were restricted. There are some places you cannot go. But for you to be ready for the 10 kilometers race, of course, you would have trained hard. But as we said earlier, some are just running for fun, some are running for fitness, and it's all about together. Let's run in Kaduna.
You know, for instance, some of these athletes, so-called athletes running, they're just doing it just to show. My friend, I was part of the Kaduna Marathon. Oh, I did it. I was part of it. I ran 5 kilometers. I finished 3 kilometers. I did 10 kilometers. Like, I keep boasting to my friends that during the last Okwekwe, I did 5 kilometers, even though it was not intentional.
What was your position again?
Well, I was not part of the runners. I just mistakenly did the 5 kilometers because there was no vehicle to take me to the finish line. So I had to start running for 5 kilometers.
How did you finish?
Well, I had to enter the vehicle.
That's the point I'm making, because we know it's going to be hard.
But seriously, we already have a journalist that did 42 kilometers in Lagos. Yes. So although the time he finished the race, everybody already about to get to their homes. But he got the certificate at the end of the day, which is important for participating. And that's the essence of some of this race. It's not about winning, it's about being part of it. And with this, the state government have really engaged the youth. Thanks to the Kaduna State government, thanks to the government of Malam El-Rufai, they'll be able to engage the youth, they'll be able to bring them out. We've seen youth involving in different vices of reason, but with this, they are occupied. Some of them will be training. Even though the way to train for marathon is different from the way to train for every other thing, but at least they're happy to be part of it. They're happy to be engaged today. Since a few days ago, they have been engaging them. There was expos for them. There was training and all sorts of things. And now they are running. Look at the number of volunteers there at the moment. Yes. Look at the number of... It's a massive one for the state at the moment. It's a massive one for the state. And it's putting the state in the right perspective. And I will not stop thanking Ninlayo, because if they didn't bring the elite athletes, these people won't say anybody to look up to. Yes, if they didn't bring the elite athletes to run, the states will not be put on the world map, because with these elite athletes, we have the gold label athletes, we have the silver label athletes, we have the bronze label athletes, which are the biggest on the continent, even in the world. Some of them are the best in the world. We've seen people running so long, they've had so good time running in the marathon, half marathon, long distance, and so on. So it's a good one for the state.
Yeah, it's a good one for the state, and we are all happy that they were able to put this up together. It's the inaugural edition, and the organization has been smooth. I mean, we were thinking that before the race started, there might be some hitches and all that, but everything has been smooth, and all the athletes, the way they started. I mean, we talk about COVID-19 protocol. Almost everyone around us here are wearing their mask. I mean, you cannot even get into this venue, into this environment without putting on your mask.
Apart from mask,
officials and everyone,
sanitizer,
and even
washing
some
of hands and stuff like that.
Everything. All of them, they're wearing their mask, and the social distancing. You can actually see everything happening right here in Kaduna. So it's a big day for everyone. It's a big day for the athletes that are competing. It's a big day for the elites, for the local athletes. I mean, you haven't seen so many people running a race in a long time, and we're all happy that yes, we are part of it, making history and seeing everyone ensuring that they're doing the right thing to ensure this race, it will be remembered as one of the best. We know that organizing the first marathon usually comes the whole lot of issues and all that, but then so far we haven't had any of that, because the athletes are all running, they're all cooperating. Those who have volunteered to take part in this event, all of them have been helping out, you know, before even at the finish line, they had to make sure that everyone social distancing was maintained, and the officials also, you know, wearing their masks and all that. That was greatly enforced. So we are really happy that yes, in Kaduna, something big, something huge like this is happening November 21st, and hopefully next year this is going to continue. I mean, you mentioned the fact that you're having a state having 3 certifications in 3 races. I mean, that's
3 races in one day.
In one day.
Races in
5
one
kilometers is certified, the 10 kilometers certified, so the half marathon also certified. And this simply means that any race that is being run here is valid. Yes. And the World Organization, talking about World Athletics, it will be recognized. If the world record is set, for instance, on a day like this, the world body, the World Athletics, will definitely recognize that record that is set.
The measurer that measured this routes for the race is William C. Yeah. And he has measured, I think, 4 Olympics and 3 World Championships. So you can't doubt anything that comes out from this race. And I can tell you, we have one of the best runners on the continent here. We have Philip Taros here running here. Philip Taros has run the half marathon in 1 hour 24 seconds.
That's great.
That's in Milan in 1998. So if you see somebody, if you are running alongside such a person, then you are expecting to come out well. You are expecting to be better. Like we remember when Divine Odidiro in 100 meters ran against Usain Bolt.
Yes.
He brought out the best in him. So this is an opportunity for people even looking forward to be part of the race, looking forward to be part of the race and running here today. They want to take this as their career. They will be happy to be here running alongside all these people. And some people have really tried to put this in place. Apart from Nilayo, we have the technical director of the race in the person of Yusuf Ali, who has been organizing so many races in this country since the start of this. He was part of the Lagos Marathon. He has been the managing director of the marathon in Lagos. And this is a good one for the country. It's a good one for the country. We'll be talking about football, but now we are diversifying into another sport, especially the long distance race. This has been something good for the country, good image, tourist-wise, the development in the states. Because if not for this race, maybe this road wouldn't have been known to the whole world.
Yes.
If not for this race, maybe they wouldn't have done this road. Maybe that's what I'm saying. But look at it, we have a good road here. We have the good atmosphere. We have people coming to this country. The airline have been selling, the hotels have been selling, the markets, everything. It's a good one for the states.
Yeah, it's not just about the race alone, but also for business. So are you running for the money? You're running for Olympic qualification, or you're just running for fun? It's all about running together right here in Kaduna. The 21 kilometers, which is the half marathon. You also have the 5 kilometers race and also the 10 kilometers race. So you have to watch out for these marathon runners, because some of them that we spoke with, just yesterday before the race, started, they were talking about the fact that it's going to be a very, very competitive field. And whatever you're running for, you're going to put in your best to get that record. Are you going to set a record today? We're waiting to see if that will happen. Are you just
and mind you, the record is going to stand.
Oh, the record exactly.
Definitely, there's going to be a record here today, and it's going to stand for a very long time to come. because people are not even really, people are just coming out of COVID. They've not been training for long, so they are just coming out. Especially these international athletes, they've not really had so many. They've not even had any race. Most of them have not had any race because the London Marathon was very restricted. So some of them, the African brothers and sisters, are coming here to really have the feel of the first race this year. So it's going to be a massive one for everybody here. They want to know their fitness. They want to know their level. Olympics is next year now. London, Tokyo 2020 is now Tokyo 2020 in 2021. So all of them will know their preparedness because they are going to the new season, and next year is going to be a jam-packed season for everybody. Most of the races that didn't come up this year will be coming up next year. So all of them will want to be ready. And the money, the prize money, $10,000 is a massive one for this athlete to run for, especially when you have not been running for a very long time. You've lost a lot. Now you want to recoup what you've lost. So they will be looking forward to getting this money at this moment in time.
They'll be looking forward to get the money. $10,000. That's the money up for grabs. $10,000 for the half marathon for the elite runners, and of course $3 million for Nigerian athletes. So you don't have to finish as number one. As long as you're the first Nigerian to finish, obviously you definitely get the money.
Even if you are top Nigeria,
and of course, you
might want to be in top 10 because the top 10 are going to collect money from $10,000 to $1,000 US. So they might want to finish top 10. Get the money, maybe 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever. Who stop them from getting the $10,000 US and still get the 3 million naira as first Nigeria to finish the race? So we have one of Nigeria's best long distance runner, Emmanuel Kiang is here already. We are only missing the wife, Deborah Pan, who is unavoidably absent at this race. But we have
because the baby is on the way. Maybe we need to announce that baby is on the way. So Deborah Pan, that's why she's not here. But the husband is here. He's running for that big prize money. We also have Fadekemi, of course. She's also here.
Fadekemi actually won the Abeokuta Marathon organized by Linlayo Sport Management also, and she was part of the 50-kilometer race, the biggest one that came up in Remo. So we are looking forward to a fantastic race, and this one is really coming out tonight.
Yeah, and Sharabutu also, I mean, you forget to mention, he's also, part of the race. We also have Mwanzu, he's also part of the race. I mean, Nigerian athletes, about the 7 elite athletes that we know that usually come to Lagos for the Lagos Marathon, they're all here in Kaduna thinking, okay, Kaduna, we don't have elite athletes from Kaduna. We are coming here to win the big prize money. And I hope the Kaduna athletes will get this message and compete well and see that all the money that the state government is giving out will not leave the state. At least they need to get some into their pockets.
Team Nigeria, the long distance in Nigeria, are down for just. So it's very much easier for them. Just drive down to the town and carry away all the money for the Nigerian runners. So, but let's see what the Kaduna lookers can do. The Kaduna runners, let's see what they can do. I think last time we came here for the press conference to herald this event like a month or so ago, the lookers were like, they are looking forward to it. And like the Abbas Mohammed said, he said they have some athletes that people don't even know about, that with this they might showcase their talent, and before you know it, they might be one of the best for the country gradually, because he's ready to mentor them. He's ready to show them that they can do it. I came from this place, I've done it in the past at the world stage. So you too, you can do it. So that's what we are looking forward to.
That's what we're looking forward to. So for Nigerian athletes, so watch out for Emmanuel Kiang, Adamu Mwanzo, Kefas Williams, Philibus Sharabutu, Fadekemi Olude, and Rose Akushu. These are the athletes you need to watch out for those running for Nigeria. But for the international athletes, there are so many. There is Immaculate Chem Muta, you have Karen Chetok, you have Karen again Mayo. I mean, she is another fantastic runner. We've seen what she's done. And these athletes that I've mentioned, apart from Immaculate, she's the only one that is from Uganda. The other two Karen are from Kenya. You have Lillian Chemwewe, you have John Mburu and Ezekiel Chemkorom from Uganda. Rotich Mitchell John is also from Kenya. They have Naomi Muruku from Kenya also. Philip Tyrus, you mentioned him earlier. Then you have 2 Cameroonians that I know of that are also part of this race. Fumi Jocelyn and Lawang Undisala are some of the athletes that are taking part in this race. So these are the top athletes that are taking part in the race.
You mentioned one of the female runners who was in Nigeria just 2 years ago to go home with the Lagos Women Run
yes,
top prize. So she's here already. In fact, she's looking forward to winning this. According to her, she already said that she's coming here to win another prize money from Nigeria. She's coming here to win another title in Nigeria after winning the one in Lagos. She's coming here again to do that. So let's see if she can achieve that again in Nigeria and take away our money for the second time.
we can't wait to see that, but then she have to compete against a very, very strong field. But the 5-kilometer race is about to start, so we're anticipating and we're waiting for that to start. Any moment from now, the 5-kilometer race will be starting, and of course we'll have to see those ones, because I actually saw a 60-year-old pastor. I mean, he told me that he was going to join this 5-kilometer race. He's a grandfather, and he said, look, I want to run. I mean, I'm just running for fun, just to enjoy. This is the opportunity for them to really want to.
You'll be surprised that some of the people running this 5 kilometers, some of these elderly people, they have been doing this race for long.
Yes.
Normal jogging, they've been doing 5, even some of them have been doing 10. It's not new to them, but they are just catching their fun. They are not competing. They are not here to fight for the prize money. They are just here to catch their fun. So no matter the position they finish, they don't care. They just want to be part of it. And this is something they've been doing almost every day. So it's not new to them. And you'll be surprised, some of these people beating the younger ones to the title.
Yeah, I mean, if that happens, it's going to be historic, and it will be great if it happens, because, you know, I mean, when you're young, you're young. When you're old, you're old. But then your stamina sometimes, and that's what we've seen athletes, players like Zlatan Ibrahimovic at 39, they're still playing as if they're 25. So it depends on how you take care of your body, and that's how you know how far you can go. So as you said, I wouldn't be surprised if you're having like a 50-year-old or even 40-year-old winning the 5-kilometer race. It's about to start, so we are waiting and anticipating for the gun for it to start. And of course, we'll be watching out for some of the elite runners and the local runners that said they are joining.
They should be coming in very soon. Even the elite athletes, the half marathon runners should be coming in gradually any moment from now, because it's getting tougher out there, and I know they are trying to outwit themselves. The shifts are already the boys are already being removed. The men are already being separated from the boys. So let's see who will come out first. Who will be doing the first 10 kilometer first. Who will be getting to the edge first. Who definitely see.
We can't wait for that to happen, because as you mentioned, when you're starting a race, yes, everybody is running as if it's a sprint, and then before you know it, you know, the energy, the strength is gradually, you know, slipping away, and then you're just trying to run on the extra. So if you have the extra, it's those that have the extra that usually finish it. But those that don't have the extra, well, it's hard. You know, some of them fall along the way. We haven't actually seen an ambulance taking anyone yet, so it simply means it's been a good race so far. So all of them are conserving their energy, just trying as much as possible to see if they can finish the race. That's what is important. No matter the kind of position you will come here, even if you're going to be the last person running, but the dignity in running a marathon or any race at all is in finishing. Even if you have to crawl to the finish line, try to finish the race and get that certification that yes, I was here at the inaugural edition of the Kaduna race. That's what it's all about. Finish the race.
It's important because you are part of history. If you are part of the first edition, the inaugural edition of any race, you always have you are part of it. You are happy to say I was part of it when it started. I was part of it when like I keep telling people that I was part of a road race when it started. I was part of Lagos Marathon when it started. I was part of so many races. So when you are part of this, even as an athlete, with the certificate at home, by the time you frame that your certificate, you'll be happy that yes, I got this. Nobody will ask you if you finish the race or not. No. Nobody asks you if you won the race.
You have to. Nobody's going to ask you if you
what I'm trying to say, nobody if you won the race. But what they're going to ask, you are part of it. You finished the race. You started from the start and you finished. And the organizer will put something in place that you can't cheat in this race. Yeah. There's no way you can cheat, especially with the transpondents. And by the time you run, if you don't finish a particular place, there's no way you will get to there. You will just add the gunshot for the 5 kilometer now, and the 5 kilometer runner has started.
The 5 kilometer race is on already.
They're just running now.
I think this is a bit different with the 10 kilometers. The 5 kilometers, they are starting slowly. They're not doing.
No. I can't tell you this is the earliest for the 21 kilometers that are already coming in. We have two of them at the moment. They are coming in. We have 1, 2, 3. They've just done it.
Yeah, we just have two of them. Okay, the 5 kilometers race has started now, so we are waiting to see them. But while we're waiting to see the 5 kilometers, you already see the ones you're seeing in front are the ones running the 21 km half marathon. As you mentioned, the boys separated from the men.
You
That's
can
what
see,
it is right now.
you can see the foreign athletes are the one leading at the moment. The elite athletes. We've not seen any Nigerian at the moment, but we've
seen Ezekiel from Uganda, just in the fourth position right now.
At the moment.
And we're still waiting for the 5 kilometers here. That has kicked off.
The 5 kilometers has kicked off already. They are running already. The 5 kilometers are running already. So they are going to end together. So let's see who comes first at the end of the day. This is the second loop they are running at the moment. So let's see when they are going to finish the second loop. It's just the remaining 10 kilometers that they are running at the moment, Sisi. And hopefully we can, in the next 20 or so minutes, we will be seeing the winner of the race.
Yeah, talking about the loop, and this is John from again. Kenya also. I mean, he's running his first loop, so this is the second loop he's running in the half marathon. Those are the athletes you're seeing in front, in case you're wondering. So we're still waiting to see the 5 kilometers that has just kicked off. But the athletes that you're seeing in front that are running are the half marathoners. These are the athletes that we are seeing, and of course, we are also seeing the 5 kilometers, race starting. So come on, guys, you're having all of them running, and the crowd here are cheering.
And now we have the first Nigeria coming. This is Emmanuel Giang. He's part of the top 10. Emmanuel Giang is running at the moment, and he's part of the top 10. So let's see if he can get to the end before the other people. More people are still coming. Like you said, the men are ready from the boys.
Yeah,
definitely. We are not seeing those people running the sprint at the start. They are nowhere to be found at the moment. You can see this gap, you can see the space between all of them. I think we're having another Nigeria running down there again.
Yeah, we're seeing another Nigerian also coming down here. Yes, we've seen the top 10, all of them going. So we're having another Nigerian running right now. So this is a good one for him, trying to join the other race. That's one right there. Yes, that's one running. So we have had 2 Nigerians right now, 2 Nigerians in the top ones that have just started.
VIP start. Guys, you know see if they have been something. If you go there, I'll arrest you. Where is that? Officers.
Just see the first female athlete. We've just seen her running alongside the elite athlete. We've seen the first one, the first female among a whole lot of men. I think we've seen like 20 of them already, and among them we have the first female among these top runners who are finishing the first loop. So they're done with their first loop. More are still coming, and of course we know out of what we've seen so far, we are definitely going to see a winner coming in. Yes, I'm still looking out for Nigerian athletes. That's the interest right here. But we've seen Peter. Peter is here already, and some other athletes from Kenya, Uganda, and of course I haven't seen the Cameroonians at all, but I'm seeing the Kenyans, the Ugandans are the ones dominating this one. And of course among them, which I'm proud to say, we saw 2 Nigerians among them, the elite athletes.
In fact, the 2 Nigerians among the first 15 at the moment.
At the moment,
and we have a female already. We are seeing enough female now that are coming in. I think we have about 3 female running now, 2 or 3 coming out with the men at the same time. You can hear the cheers from the women folks out there. They're happy to see their own people running side by side with the men. It's going to be a story. And mind you, they're going to get the same prize money.
Yes.
Both the female and the male are going to get the same prize money for this race.
And that's the beauty about track and field. That's the beauty about athletics. That's the beauty about marathon. You have both the men and the women. It's usually the same prize money. You don't have, there's nothing like the talk of equal pay when it comes to athletics. That's what the world body has ensured from the very beginning. Men, women, same kilometers, same prize money. There's no disparity in it. That's the beauty in athletics, and that's what we love about this race when it comes to marathon, when it comes to track and field. But then we've seen, as Charles mentioned earlier, we've seen 4 females already. Yes, more are coming. Now 3 of them, there's a man in between them. Just you have 3 more coming and joining, finishing their first loop. So first loop is almost over. We're still waiting for other athletes. Like you know, Charles, you talked about the fact that the ones who started the race like sprint, we can't find anyone here. And I was looking out to see if they will be able to hold on. I mean, just,
in fact, the women have not set my hands on any looker. Any looker from the state. I've not set my hands on any one of them that started the race.
Like,
that's the end. They are just winning. They have already won the race. But now they are far behind. But I can see they will still come out of it.
We are waiting and anticipating to see if we can see any local runner here from Kaduna. I haven't seen any yet. You're still seeing the elite athletes finishing the first loop. So from what we've seen so far, except something miraculous happened, we'll be having maybe a Nigerian or winning the race. But from what we've seen so far, the top 10 we've seen, we have just one Nigerian among the top 10 we've seen so far, Emmanuel Gian. And the top 15, we have another Nigerian top 15, Mwanzo is also there. We haven't seen any other one from Kaduna yet. But then when the race started, we saw them in front. And marathon is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's a race that you have to take your stamina slowly. It depends on how you've been able to build your energy, train for the race, and that's how you'll be able to finish the race and all that. But what is important is, even if you're the last person running, ensure that you finish this race, ensure that you get that certificate, ensure that you make history as one of those who participated in the inaugural edition of the Kaduna Marathon.
I think we're having a female Nigerian run.
Yes, we're having
already.
One coming. Yes.
So she's competing against the rest, and with the men, I think the locals are now coming out gradually. I think we are seeing some locals. Look at another one running as if it's a sprint. I'm definitely sure
he's from Kaduna boy. I mean, the vibe right here is infectious, because everyone is actually happy for him to be able. He has finished the first loop. He has finished the first loop. That is great, and that is remarkable. So no matter what happened here today, it simply means he may just be among the top 50.
Well, you can't say at the moment, because some of these elite athletes that we are looking at that are still far behind, before you know it, they know how to run this race. They know how to do it towards the end. They know how to get the result. I think in the next 20 minutes, because they've already done the race for the past 35 minutes or thereabout. We have Fadekemi Olude at the moment. Fadekemi is here at the moment running in Nigeria green and white color, and she just passed now, so she just finished her loop too. So let's see if she can do something and maybe probably win the race.
Yeah, probably win the race. She just finished a loop, but probably win the race. Well, that's a tough call. But then, except something really remarkable happened, because we know that some other athletes have gone before them. That's like 10 minutes away. So when you're 10 minutes behind, it's difficult for you to meet up. But we can't rule them out, because these athletes are ready. I mean, they said, look, the Kenyans, the Ugandans, they'll come to Lagos, go away with all the money. They'll go to, Ibadan, they'll come to Onitsha, they go away with the money. But right here, right now, we want to see how we can also lay our hands on that prize money. And we are happy that we have the $10,000, for the winner of the race. We also have the ones for the first finisher of the first Nigerians. But at the end of the day, as you mentioned, Emmanuel Gian, we've already seen him in the top 10. He might just want to have a share of that money and not even think about, yes, the one meant for Nigerians, because he is running among the big athletes right now.
And mind you, he's here to qualify for the Olympics.
Yes.
This might be another opportunity for him to qualify for the Olympics. And right now, at the moment, we have the authentic supporters club in our midst. They are here to entertain the crowd. They are here to add glamour to this event. I really have to praise the Kaduna State government. Seriously, it's not easy to put up this place. Yeah. We know what happens in Lagos. We know how it goes, how things always happen. But now in Kaduna State, I think this is the first one in the northern part of the country at the moment, and the maiden edition is going to be. It has been fantastic so far. No casualty yet. We've not seen any casualty yet, which we don't pray for, and we're happy with. The locals are really trooping in at the moment, and they are showing that they are part. They are not here to be run over. They are here to compete too. They are here to do their state proud at the moment. Let's see if they finish the race, and let's see how heady they will be at the end of the race.
We can't wait for that to happen. We can see some dignitaries actually around here. Mary Oyale, he's here. She's here. She's representing the sports minister. We can see how we can get her into the studio to tell one or two things about that. Mohamed Abbas, that we talk about,
the record holder is right in front of us at the moment.
Athletes to see if anyone can break that record. 30-year record of 2 hours 16.06 seconds that has been standing since 1919, that was set in Lagos. Is still standing. So we'll see if we can have a Nigerian that will break that record right here today in Kaduna. It's been a wonderful race. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the fact that you have so many people
have another Nigerian,
came out to watch this race. Yes.
And none of them are coming. This is Nancy. Nancy is here. We have so many of them running in, the men, the female, and you can see some of them are, even though the tag has already removed, so they are holding it, and you can see the one appreciating the crowd, appreciating his friend at the moment. Most of them are running their first loop. They are running their first loop, and we will see more of them crossing the line at the moment.
Yeah, we'll see more of them, and I love the fact that the crowd are cheering them, and also mindful they had to wear their mask. I mean, this is remarkable. You know, just seeing all the spectators, you know, knowing what to do and wearing their masks, and just understanding how, you know, difficult times we are, reminding everyone that, look, coronavirus is still out there, so you have to be very, very careful. Social distancing, yes, you have to maintain it. Make sure you're using your hand sanitizers frequently, and also your mask. Please wear them, and that's what they're doing right here. The crowd, everyone just cheering the runners, you know. I mean, anytime they see anyone from Kaduna, you know, you can hear the voices are louder, and they just want to tell the runner that, look, we are behind you. We want you to be part of those that we share that big prize money. So we are going to be having a guest right now in the studio.
We have the CEO, the Chief Operating Officer of the Lion Sport Management Limited, the company that put up this, the consultant for this race is there, Sheyi Johnson. You are welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for joining us this morning. I mean, you've been seeing the race, you've been seeing what, you know, the marathoners have done, the way it all started, the 21 kilometers, the 10 kilometers, and the 5 kilometers. So everyone right now, we are waiting, we are anticipating to see what's going to happen in this race.
Yes,
okay, we just have a finisher for the 10 kilometers. Yes, he's right here. We have a finisher for the 10 kilometers.
There is the first and second for the 10 kilometers are here already.
Are here already. Congratulations to the winners, and later we'll be able to get them to talk to us on how it's been. The 10 kilometer run, I'm trying to get the name of the person who just won the 10 kilometers race. I believe you are a happy person right now. We're seeing them coming, finishing, and just happy that you're able to finish the race.
I'm very, very happy to see this coming to life. You know, when you think back to see and see what has been put into play, all effort has been put into play to make this happen, and you can see it coming off seamlessly. It's been wonderful. I'm very grateful for what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, I mean, the crowd are hilarious and all that. I mean, I could see that. If not for that, the good thing is we have a good demarcation between the crowd and where the race is taking place, because some of them will actually jump to hug, you know, the winner of the 10 kilometers race. It's something interesting and remarkable we are seeing right here, Sheyi.
Yeah, it's very, very remarkable. You can see how Kaduna people has accepted what they call road running, and we can see how people came out so early, despite the fact that the roads have been shut down from 12 midnight. Kaduna State government has done a lot to put it live on channels, KSNC, and people still come out. People of this area came out to share the runners. And one of the things that I love about them is they know these people by name. I think sport is in their blood, and the market women, everybody came out to help, and it's been amazing.
It's amazing because, you know, Charles, you just said they know the athletes by name. So this is beautiful. This is big because we know how big and huge this is. It's simply because of the fact that they were able to actually put this up together, and then it's like sports is now part of their everyday life, because I know that it is not in all communities that you know your top runners. I mean, just behind us here, we can see some women actually cheering, you know, maybe their son or who just finished
Maybe they
one
know
of the
one or
race.
two people
Of
there.
course, I mean, they're just cheering him, being able to finish the 10-kilometer race.
I think, let me tell you one thing I've noticed from Kaduna people. Whatever you do, just do it right. You might not know who is watching.
Yes.
And I think these women behind us here, I can tell maybe they know one or two people there doing that thing. I'm very happy. I saw this thing coming when we were giving them the kits for the race at the Kaduna State University. They all came out. Even women will come from homes to collect bibs for their our children writing exams. I can see the enthusiasm in them, which is
how
fantastic.
How are we able to do this, bringing out some of these elite athletes down here to city of Kaduna, especially for this race? Some top, we have gold label athletes, we have silver label athletes, we have bronze label athletes coming for this race. How are you able to put this up together, especially from the lion part of?
You know, I don't want to sound too proud.
Okay.
That's what we're known for. The Lion Sport Management Limited is known to put up international and organize fantastic events. Bringing them in is part of our contact, it's part of what we do. We brought them in to Kaduna to let people experience what people have been experiencing in Lagos. And Lagos as our baby has shown the world that we can do it anywhere in the world. Trust me, we are going to switch from organizers of Lagos City Marathon, Kaduna Marathon, and switch with people in London or Boston Marathon, will still deliver.
Look at this race today now. We'll be looking forward to having the winner very, very soon. The 10 kilometer is already done and dusted, and 21 kilometer is about to. Do you think Nigeria can really win this race at the end of the day?
Charles, Cecilia, I told the technical director this morning, I said, I can bet it, I put my money. A Nigerian will be 1 to 5th of the male. He said, what do you mean? I said, listen, I know these guys, they came out to collect their bibs and they are ready to do anything. And don't forget, Kaduna Marathon is the first race after COVID. So after the pandemic, they've taken their time to train and they got ready for this. And trust me, after this, by the time they announce the winners, we find Nigerians there.
Wow. We're looking at the 5 kilometer already. People are running the 5 kilometer for the fun of it. And now we have 3 certificates. The 5 kilometer, the 10 kilometer, and the 21 kilometer. First in the history of this country for a state, for a race to run 3 concurrently at the same time. This massive one. What has been the support from the Kaduna State government? What has been the input from the organizing committee of this state, of this race?
First of all, I'll say a big thank you to Malam El Rufai for supporting the dreams, and I'll say a very big thank you to the stakeholder of the Kaduna Marathon, especially the chairman, Otuma Jimi Lawal. They believe in this from day one. They wanted Nilayo to come and help them put this together. And together, I remember the first day we had a meeting, I promised them that they would never regret bringing us on board. I can tell you, we are proud, and they are prouder. The proudest member of Kaduna is now.
Wow.
I can imagine that.
You can imagine this, that's the kind of experience. Maybe they've not experienced this in very, very long time. What is the plan to sustain this year in, year out, like Lagos City Marathon?
Thank you, Charles. Around 2 a.m. this morning, we were talking with the chairman, and he told me, Sheyi, when do you want to start preparing for the next edition? I said immediately after today. That shows by 4 p.m. today, we'll start planning for 2021 Kaduna Marathon.
So it simply means Kaduna Marathon is here to stay.
I can tell you, they want to make it like Lagos, that every second Saturday of February of every year, nobody puts parties.
I think finally from me, let me quickly ask you, what is the plan now to get labor for this race?
As you can see, Charles, you are a veteran when it comes to athletics. As you can see, we put in so many things in place because Kaduna State want to target at least bronze medal. So I can tell you, we're on the verge of getting it. I don't want to sound too proud. I don't want to brag about it.
You are proud.
You're doing that already. Yeah, we are doing that.
So
already.
hopefully, Kaduna Marathon will get labeled by the next edition.
Oh wow, that's so fast, because I was going to, like you said, maybe the next 2-3 editions.
But it happened in Lagos. The
Okay.
first edition, after the first edition, it was
everything.
bronze
But I know
labels.
when the world body will see this, so they're like, yes, this is a race, and this is the race that needs to, to be sustained, and of course that bronze label will come, and from there upgraded to silver,
To gold and to platinum.
And to platinum.
That's the dream. Trust Nigerians. What we do is we are Oliver Twist in nature, by nature rather. We tend to get more and ask for more. And for Kaduna, they want to do more.
We can't wait to see that. Now, I mean, the question from me would be, I mean, putting all these elite athletes together, I mean, traveling from across the state, and also the one in Kaduna. I understand, bringing the elite athletes is more difficult, but the COVID-19 protocol, the testing and all that, how are you guys able to do that?
First of all, the only thing you do is, if you see, we couldn't have so many races in Africa because of pandemic. So immediately we reached out to the agents, and they thrown out this pool of runners, and we saw how quality the pool came, and we said, you know what, we have to pick the best. So the technical team had to go out for the best. Chief Yusuf Ali had to go out for the best, and we picked the best in Africa to come for the race. Don't forget, they all have this COVID-19 measurements that you have to put in place from their countries. They did that, and when they got to Nigeria, they got screened too. And I can tell you, we have very healthy pool
Of athletes.
And
the local athletes, were you able to?
one of the criteria for you to run this race is to be screened, and you have to show us a certificate.
Yeah.
That's a great one, because that's what people were actually afraid of, because gathering was something really big. That's why it's been difficult to have major competition, especially continental, because this is continental. It could have been international if not for the restriction across the world. But for you to have that, having all these athletes coming in, the local athletes testing everyone before participating, that is huge. I believe that may have taken a whole lot to do, because there's so many. Where there was a time we were like, me and Charles, we were trying to know how many local athletes we have here. We lost count. Fine, we could identify the elite athletes running for Nigeria, but the local athletes, the numbers were so many. And the fact that athletes had to pay to take part in this race, it's something that I'm like, oh really, Nigerians, can we really do something like this? Because each time you say you have to pay to participate in the race, you say no, it cannot happen, it will not be. But the numbers of people who turned out and pay to take part in this race, really remarkable. How did you guys manage to convince people to do that?
Okay, let me now speak from the Kaduna. I'm now a Kaduna citizen.
Okay.
Because I'm part of this telco. All you see here today is not from government's pocket.
Okay.
It's self-sustained.
Great.
They raise the money by themselves, sponsorship and political appointees. They decided not to use any money from government coffers, and see the results.
And what was the budget for this?
I think at this moment we're having enough of the 5 kilometer runners already coming in already. 5 kilometer runners are already coming in. They've already finished their race. So we are now waiting for the big one at the moment. And seriously, we appreciate you for joining us in the studio.
Thank you very much. Charles and Cecilia, I appreciate you guys.
So keep up the good work at Nilayo.
Thank you very much. Appreciate.
Okay,
now, Sisi, I think the next person we really need to bring into the studio should be the acting governor of the state who walked in during the race. That is the deputy governor of Kaduna State, Dr. Adiza Balarabe, and we hope to bring her into the studio very soon. But the 5 kilometers are really trooping in at the moment. The 10 kilometers are coming in. Then we are looking forward to the big one. Hopefully, the big one will be coming in very, very soon.
Hopefully they can. I just see like a very small kid right now, all of them joining in. But then if you look at that 5 kilometers you just mentioned, we have so many runners, so many local runners.
Look at them coming from the side. Look at all of them coming from the side.
Everyone running. There's so many. I mean, this is huge. Finishing the 5 kilometer race, it's good. So the thing
Can you do 5 kilometers, Sisi?
I think, come on, I did Obudu Mountain race, remember?
What
I was the last person. I was the last
that's
person.
what I want you to
But
tell the whole world.
That's why I said it is important that you finish the race. That's what
Definitely. You have your certificate.
And I know that even some of those people who actually took part in that race that tried to like start it like a sprint fainted. I mean, I know a journalist who collapsed. I mean, he started like a sprinter, but he couldn't finish it. I mean, I know him. He works with us, so.
But definitely, for you to like, finish your Obudu, then you try
he
because
did not finish. He didn't finish. He collapsed.
To finish,
which is important. Exactly.
It is a place terrain. Obudu is a mountain.
It's a mountain, so it wasn't easy for me to finish that race.
They are really coming in their numbers.
So come on, give it to me, Charles. I can run.
Thumbs up. So
I've actually seen like how old is that kid? I just see a small boy of let's say between 7 and 8 years old. I mean, among those that have finished the 5K. This is big. This is huge for Kaduna residents.
We need to get the result for the 10 kilometer. I think we will be able to get the first 10 for the 10 kilometer very soon. But we have to wait for the big one. Look at another small boy coming in from the 5 kilometer.
Also coming for the 5 kilometer race. But we are still waiting for the final loop of the 21 kilometers half marathon, and that would be great. You know, I keep wondering how these young stars, these young boys I'm seeing, how they were able to finish ahead of.
This is another young boy, 4617.
8 and 10. I mean, that should be the age range. Also finishing.
See another one coming in.
That's another one there. I mean, they all paid to take part in this race. How remarkable can this be? These young athletes.
He actually beat this whole. Let me say old man, young.
No. I mean,
a youth.
And they all started the same time. Remember? I mean, they all started the same time. So I've seen like up to 6 kids right now finishing the 5. That's another one again finishing the 10 kilometer race. That is really huge and remarkable for most of them.
You can imagine we are still having people just finishing their loop for the 21 kilometers when some people have already finished 10-15 kilometers at the moment. Any moment from now, surely we'll be seeing the big men coming in. Very soon we'll be seeing them. I think they are getting close here. They are getting close at the moment. We will see them very, 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 very soon.
I mean, it's a big race right here. The atmosphere is so electric. I mean, more people actually coming out to support the runners. And, you know, we talked about dignitaries. Mohammed Abbas, you know, he's right here among the top athletes. And who were saying, can his record be broken today? But then, you never can tell. That's something that is still standing. The record can be broken today. Then it's going to be huge and a big one for everyone. But right here in Kaduna, the metropolitan city, we are seeing
already 1 hour system.
Athletes.
It's already 1 hour officially. So the winner will be emerging any moment from now.
Okay, I think the
technical team are already looking forward to welcoming the winner of this race at the moment.
I just saw like a 5-year-old girl. I mean, I just saw her right now. Like a 5-year-old girl among the top runners. A 5-year-old girl among the top runners. I mean, I'm just enjoying Kaduna right now. This is interesting because it's not every day you see young runners like this. I mean, we're talking about marathon here. We are not talking about sprint. We are talking about marathon. So you're having these young runners taking part and participating in this race. The young, the old, everyone just enjoying the atmosphere, taking the opportunity to take part in the very first edition of the Kaduna Marathon. Let's run together. I mean, that's the motto. That's what it's all about. Let's run together. You're old, you're young, I mean, your age, your gender, everybody come together. Let's run. So this is big. I mean, it's that togetherness that I love in Kaduna right now. This is what we know Kaduna for. Togetherness, no religious division or anything, but we know that everyone is
no
together.
Tribe, no religion,
no Muslim, no Christian.
Nothing.
Everybody, they're all running together.
No gender.
At the moment, everyone is running together. That is huge, and that is the big one. That is what you're celebrating at the moment. Celebrating the city of Kaduna, celebrating the kind of power, you know, sports can bring to the people, unifying the people, empower them, make them better in the society, not just for the money, but also for fun, for fitness, for everything you want to do. Sports, obviously, is number one. And Charles, if you check most of the top athletes that we know in Nigeria, check their courage, check the way they act, check where they've been. I mean, there's always this distinction between a sportsman and every other person out there. There's just this distinction. There's just this dignity, this dignified, atmosphere you feel when you're with these elite athletes when they are in the society. The kind of, changes they bring into the society, it is huge, and that's why we actually need to encourage, sports in Nigeria.
Do you know the kind of money involved in sports? Do you know the kind of money? Look at football, look at track and field, look at, okay, we're talking about $10,000 for the winner of this race. Do you know what that kind of money can do in the life of this person? I think we are having the winner. The winner is about coming in. Although definitely we are not going to have any record there.
No record at all. Yeah, no record. So
I think we are having the winner.
We have the winner.
The number one winner is here already.
We have the winner. Two people. I don't know.
The other one was 10 kilometers.
Okay, we have a winner right here.
We have a winner for the race already.
And we need to get that up there.
Let's run Kaduna. We have the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winner.
But there is no
the crowd are so excited.
There is no record set here because it was more than 1 hour. So we need to get the winner of the race. Who won this race? The very first edition of the Kaduna Marathon. Yes, you are happy. Yes, you are excited because we know we have a winner of this race. Yes, we do have a winner of the Kaduna Marathon. But another news
the
is
crowd was so excited. They actually blocked the view and the movement. But we have the winner. We have the winner. We have our first winner, and we are going to be announcing the winner to you very, very soon. But you can see the winner coming in, and more of them are coming in.
More of them are coming in.
We are waiting for the second.
Yes, we have a winner of the car. Yes, we have the second person. We have the second person. Yes, we have the number 2, number 1, and number 2 in the Kaduna Marathon. So we have 2 people already.
Yes, the winner is John Umburu.
Wow, John Umburu
is the winner
of the first edition of the Kaduna Marathon. Yes, we have John Umburu.
John Umburu is the winner. This is interesting. Some people are looking forward to see Philip Taros winning it, but John Umburu has won the race, and we have the second already, and hopefully we'll be looking forward to see the first female very, very soon. But it's interesting to see the winner at the moment. We're going to get you the time because we can't give you wrong time at the moment, but gradually we'll get the result out for you. But really, you need to appreciate this runner. You need to appreciate what they have done. You need to appreciate their tenacity, the agility, the strength they put into this race. It's interesting. He was happy running the race.
He was happy running
as the winner. No. See, you can see the joy on his face. You can see the happiness.
And we have number 3. The first 3, yes, we have the third one. The first 3 races, the first top 3, we've had them already. Remember, John is from Kenya. We said it earlier. The Kenyans came here with their numbers, and of course they said they're going to go home with it. And right now they are. So we have 4 already that have completed the 21 kilometers, which is the half marathon.
One Nigeria to bring in top 5. That's what Sheyi
said. We are waiting to see if that will happen. But we have 4 already. Yes, we are waiting for that. We'll give you the names of those that won when it's confirmed officially and their time. Yes, we have a winner. We have the top 4 already finishing the half marathon. And for these athletes, yes, no record was set, but for them, this is a step forward in qualification for the Olympics, especially for those who are yet to qualify for the biggest sporting event in the world, talking about the Olympics, which is going to take place.
I think we're having another one coming in
2021. Yes,
Nigeria. Overall, Sheyi was right. Actually finished. We need to get the time, but that's the first Nigeria. That means it's going to go away with part of the top 10 prize money. And going to go away with the top Nigerian prize money of 3 million.
Of course.
Definitely the wife will be proud at home. Emmanuel will be happy at home, and then the baby will be kicking in her womb, knowing fully well that the dad has done them proud at Kaduna Marathon.
Interesting to see this morning. I mean, the atmosphere is electric. We know the reason why we are excited, because we know how excited the crowds are right here. Just watching one of their own. Yes, one of their own. I can say that whether you're from Jos, from Kaduna, from Edo,
You are from Nigeria.
Sokoto, you are a Nigerian, and of course you'll be proud to associate with anyone who is making record and breaking history right now. Congratulations to Emmanuel Gian, the first Nigerian to finish. He finished 5th among the top athletes. Yes, he's a top athlete. Yes, he's a Nigerian. Yes, Emmanuel Gian has finished 5th in the Kaduna race, the very first edition, making it into the history books.
You can imagine he's making it into the history book. The wife made it into the history book in Opeperone by finishing top 8 from
Yes.
the first edition. In fact, she was always in the top 10. And then the Lagos Marathon, I think she finished top 8 too overall in that marathon. So it's a very good one for this family. And if people know the history of this family, they will be impressed. Actually, Emmanuel Gian was to go and lecture some athletes in secondary school and pick Deborah Pass as one of the athletes, and since then they've been together till they got married, I think 2 years ago, and now look at what they are doing for the country. They are one of the best in this country. You can't take it away from them. The two couples are one of the best, and he has just displayed it right now by becoming the first Nigerian and finishing top 5. It's a good one for this race.
It's a good one. It's big, it's huge, it's remarkable. And what I'm really happy about this moment is the fact that, look, I mean, I'm just excited because I'm waiting to see how Plateau State right now, Kaduna is taking it. Lagos has done it. Lagos started it. Kaduna is following suit. And of course, we have Onitsha and Ibadan also trying to be in the map of the marathon. And so Plateau State is opportunity for you to see. I mean, most of the national athletes, as you mentioned earlier, are from that state. We want to have, a marathon in Plateau State, in Jos City. I want to see how the athletes can fare, because these athletes are making Nigeria proud every time, everywhere, anywhere they go to, all the time.
We have two states that have much athletes in this country. We have Plateau State, we have Nasarawa State, and they are neighboring states. So let's see how we can have marathon in these two states. Let's see what can be done. Abuja is coming up soon. Supposed to happen this year, but due to the pandemic, it was postponed till probably next year. So let's see what this other state can do. This, like, if you go to Kenya, if you go to Ethiopia, they go to their main city where they have these athletes, where they can get the best atmosphere, where they can get the best crowd. That's where they use for their marathon. Let's see how we can do this and take from state to state to state to state and see how people from Jos, if you go to Jos, you see them jogging. It's like a part of life for them. Like in Aba, you see people jogging everything. Even in Lagos, you see them. So let's see how we can improve on this, especially from these states we are talking about. Bulk of Nigeria are from this state. Long distance runner, the 10 kilometer, the 5,000 meter, the 10,000 meter, the 10 kilometer, the half marathon, the full marathon, they are from this state. So let's work on this. Let's work on our strength. Let's work on our strength.
Yes.
Let's work on our strength in the state and develop it. Let the government really come in and do it like I said, the government is doing at the government.
Yeah, I love that. I'm going to pick that. Let all of us work on our strength. What are we good at when it comes to sport? Is it track and field? Is it boxing? Is it football? Whatever we are good at. I mean, the other day the Super Eagles, everyone was heartbroken, because of the Super Eagles' performance and all. They didn't lose the game, but because of the kind of country they played against, they feel we are a footballing nation. So we don't have to rely on just football to make us happy. We have basketball. What is happening in basketball? Now we have marathons. We have some states who have these athletes. What are you doing to promote your state? What will your state be known for? Will your state be known for marathon? We all know that, yes, most times we have states like Plateau State, Nasarawa State, where we have marathon runners. What do you want to be known for? Can we actually make this state as part of
I think we are about to have the first female. The first female is here already. The first female is here already. We are waiting for the name at the moment.
Wow.
I think we have some men that have passed it already, but I think she is the first female, and we are looking forward to getting the name as soon as possible.
Yeah, we want
the name of the winner, and we are going to give you the name of the first Nigeria female winner. We are looking forward to see that. Hopefully, very soon we're going to get the first female Nigerian.
Yeah, we are waiting to see all of them, you know, because I mean it's been remarkable, it's been big, and so far among all the top people we've had so far, it's what we are having actually had to be just one Nigerian that has been among them. I'm still trying to look out to see if we can see any other Nigerian that has crossed the finish line since we had Emmanuel Kian crossing the finish line. Now this race is big, it's huge, it's remarkable. All right. Okay. For the record, sir, your name and your position.
Well, my name is Kabiru Mato. I'm the Commissioner, Ministry of Sports Development.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
My name is Kabiru Mato. I'm the Commissioner, Ministry of Sports Development, Kaduna State.
Okay, right. I mean, for the very first time, Kaduna is joining cities like Lagos, Ibadan, Onitsha, to have this half marathon. How does this make you feel? I mean, what was the reason behind this particular, marathon that you guys decided, okay, let's have a marathon in Kaduna?
Thank you very much. Kaduna is following the footsteps of Lagos, not Ibadan and any other place. We know the most outstanding marathon race that is run in this country today is the Lagos Marathon. And we thought that Kaduna, having the comparative advantage of the Duari runners, we should in fact be the first state in this country to organize this race because the talents abound in Kaduna State and in the neighborhood. So the government, in its wisdom and desire to improve, the participation of youth in our day-to-day activity, thought we should come up with various sporting activities that will open the space for younger generations to come up. We discover talents and we build these talents and try to deploy them so that they can become self-sufficient and also be able to contribute their development in the national development. Kaduna State government is particular about the youth because they constitute more than 75% of our population. And for us, it's a top priority, therefore, to come up with various policies that are youth-friendly. And that is why the government, in its wisdom, came up with the idea of doing the first Kaduna Marathon. And we hope, as we have said consistently, that we have secured the approvals of the International Athletics Federation. Every November 21st will now be on the calendar as a special day for Kaduna Marathon. We are starting today, and as you can see, the enthusiasm among the youth across the country and outside of this country is very tremendous, is encouraging, and we are strengthening further to continue to organize this type of races even at local level before we get to the international race, which will come once annually.
We have the winner of the Kaduna Half Marathon right here, John Umburu from Kenya. John, what's it like you winning the very first edition of the Kaduna Marathon?
Sorry.
What's it like for you to win the Kaduna Marathon?
Okay, I am so happy to win the Kaduna Half Marathon. And I'm so happy to be in a Kaduna Half Marathon. So I can say I am happy for this race. Yeah, for winning it. Yeah.
Congratulations once again. But how competitive was it for you? Because you were running against other big-time runners from Kenya, Uganda, all of them coming to here in Kaduna. And the atmosphere, did they actually help you to win this race?
Okay, that means this year, to say the truth, we have too hard to train in Kenya because of this COVID-19. But for my fellow Kenyan, I think we are a different places for training. We have ever come together. No one we come together. So everyone we come different places. So no one we are talking in the room. We just keep quiet because of the race tomorrow. So we just fear each other. But in the starting we have started together. But the finishing, everyone we have the half position for himself. So let me say he helped me because of pushing. Because I can say the race is too hard because from 7 kilometers I dropped down. Then from 15K I come back. So I have to say it's very hard for me for winning this race. I am so happy because I didn't know I can make it. Even I didn't know I can make Quran this year. So I am so happy for in my heart.
Yeah, thank you for that. Now, finally, Kaduna people. I mean, we've seen a lot of people coming here to watch you race. I mean, when you finish, the cheering was huge, as if you were part of them. How does that make you feel? And what are you going to say to people out there when you go back to Kenya about the city that you won this race?
That means this is my second time in Abuja. I come first time I ran in Chaos International Half Marathon. I win it. And I'm so happy for Kaduna City. I see that it's a good city, it's a clean city. So I love it. I love the people. So I see people love people. And even even the route for the race is very good because the police is riding for us very well. Yeah.
Are we going to see you back next year?
I am glad to be to come here next year. I will be too so happy. Yeah.
Congratulations, John. Congratulations. All right.
Because they want to supervise the activity, but they are not after
Name and your position. Can I go?
Yes.
Media Yeah, interesting. I mean, Kaduna Marathon is taking the airspace right now. Channel TV is broadcasting it live. What do you make of this whole event, knowing that we have athletes from Kenya, Uganda, Cameroon, Ethiopia, they are all here, and also the home-based athletes are not left out, the elites, and of course those who are trying to make it into running marathons.
It is a celebration once again of the possibility of Kaduna showing how much we are doing. So we have the only here. We brought the countries, most renowned for races and these longer distances. And as a way not only to create the necessary credentials for the race, but also to help inspire the people. We have young persons. Kaduna is well-known sporting city, football, cricket, all that. It's important that we should expand the sport. And I'm very, very, very impressed by the turnout. Some want to do the others want to do 30 race, and still others want to do 21 kilometer race. Maybe in 2 or 3 years, races in Ethiopia and Kenya will have athletes from Kaduna as elite athletes. And I think that would be a nice thing.
akwai wani mistake da ya wuce abin da wa'annan su masu direction din waye zai shiga nan waye zai shiga wallahi they already made yawwa they already made
wanda sun riga don ba su suke ya riga
a'a ba ma nan ba ka san ya ba da wani abu nan ba a ka'ida in ka zo na finish daga inda ka taso babu no more lap farko abu da zai kuma ya ce gane number din yara tare da daji wajen su wanda yake ce tsara wannan wani bashi akwai wanda sai ya zo nan kuma suka sani
kuma ga mata ana kira mata ne ba kira maza ba na mata ya yi gama cika ka gane na matan ne kai can ba ba ta mai ba kuma ya wuce ya kai kai za ka mata ma ya kai na mata ne kai ya kai
wanda suka fara wuce nan sai da muka tura tabbas ko sannan wasu
What about that? Yeah, they.
We have Mary Oyali with us, an Olympian, and of course, she's also a representative of the sports minister right here in Kaduna, coming to witness the very first edition of the race. Good morning, it's good to have you join us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I mean, you've seen the race. We've seen the Kenyans once again coming to Nigeria to dominate this race. How does this make you feel, having Kaduna organizing a half marathon and the 5-kilometer race and also 10-kilometer race for the very first time?
Thank you very much. On behalf of the Honorable Minister, unfortunately he's not able to make it because of other assignments. But today, we can see that Kaduna has finally come alive. This is a very strong way of telling COVID that we can make it. We can make it out of the lockdown and athletes can come back to what they used to and what they love to do. I'm happy that the whole country is witnessing the rebirth of sports. Today we are having so many people from other parts of Africa. We have Kenyans, we have the Ethiopians and the Ugandans. Nigeria has really moved on from local to continental and eventually will go to the world.
Interesting. I mean, when we were watching the elite athletes, we were predicting that can we have a Nigerian finishing among the top 10, and we have Emmanuel Kian finishing among the top 5. What does this story tell us about Nigerian athletes?
It tells us a whole lot. It says that we are gradually moving into the middle and long distance races. The Honorable Minister severally have said that we need to go into the areas where our African neighbors are dominating because they are gradually creeping into ours. We have our camp that we're trying to put together in Jos, at Gembu and Penshing. If we get these athletes to train properly in these two camps, we'll be able to compete with our eastern nations.
We are happy with that. Now, let's quickly go to the Olympics right now. We have some athletes competing here. The plans for the long distance race at the Olympics, do we have any from the ministry?
Of course. You said it. Jan came in the top 5. We were thinking he's going to go in the top 10 or, outside of the top 10. But he's in the top 5. So that's a plus for us. This is a start. Once we get the camp properly running in Jos, I'm sure the likes of himself and a whole lot more will be able to come out tops.
Thank you very much for taking our time to join us this month. Thank you so much for witnessing history right here in Kaduna.
Thank you. I have to quickly say kudos to the sponsors, because without the sponsors, this wouldn't have been able to take place. So I give a good, big thumbs up to the sponsors and our big brother Yusuf Ali. He was all over the place making sure everything is running tip-top. Thank you.
Thank you, man. That's Mary Oyali, an Olympian and also representative of the sports minister right here in Kaduna. Well, it's been a wonderful race coming from all of us. We also have another person that will be joining us also in this interview segment. Before we have the presentation of the medals, we've had so many, Nigerians finishing in this race, which we are all happy about. So Jimmy will be joining us now to talk more about the Kaduna Marathon. It's been great. It's been wonderful. It's been something that we've been anticipating. The build-up has been great. And finally, the day came and we've seen a winner. We've even seen a Nigerian coming in the top 5. So how does this all make you feel?
Great. Our goal is to make Kaduna great again. That's the Governor Rufai's administration's mandate. And we thank God this is part of it. A little step, but a small step in the right direction. Thank you.
A big step indeed. I mean, you guys mentioned that in Kaduna we have more than 75% making the population of more than 75% of the population happens to be youth, and we've seen so many of them around there. How were you guys able to convince them, put them together to actually pay, to come and participate in a marathon like this?
It's a community event. We put emphasis on the community, be it the household, family, to the village, to the town, to district heads, village heads. We went to schools, all the high schools, we got them to sign up, all our tertiary institutions. So it's complete community affair. This is why we have it in 3 segments, 5K, 10K, and 21K.
It's big because even that 10K, 21, and 5K, all of them happens to be certified by the World Athletics, which is the first of its kind in the country. Even Lagos, that started the marathon, doesn't even have that. Now, we've seen Mohammed Abbas, an indigene here. He's been around, and his 30-year-old record is still standing, you know, that he made in Lagos. Are we seeing any indigene from Kaduna breaking this record soon?
Yes, we will. This is the first outing. This is the maiden edition. We're sure by the time we've done second and third, that record will be broken. And also, of course, remember that we have elite athletes, 26 of them from mainly the Kenyans, Ethiopians, and Ugandans. So more and more will come once they are aware of the success of this maiden edition. So we expect the record to be broken.
Thank you very much, and congratulations for hosting a very fantastic marathon.
Thank you very much.
All right, it's still the Kaduna Marathon, and we've been talking to a whole lot of people concerning the marathon. And right now, the closing ceremony is about to start, and we'll be giving medals to all those that have taken part in this marathon. We have our winner right here, who is a Kenyan, and also having the top Nigerian. So the presentation ceremony will start soon, and more interviews will come.
Being an example yourself. Thank you, Mr. Kilometer. Senior Advisor Councillor to the 10 meters. Thank you, Mr. Willow. Thank you, everybody. The moment we've been waiting for. Channels TV, airing this live today, airing history. Thank you, Channels Television. ladies and gentlemen, the moment of history. Like I told you earlier, the senior advisor councillor to the governor, who also participated in this race today and still energetic to do the honors, Mr. Jimmy Lawal, still standing here after the 10 kilometers, will do us the honors of presenting the medals to the 21 kilometers. For the male category, I have Jospat. For the male category, Jospat coming in third for the 21 kilometers, Jospat. Here with a please, a round of applause for Mr. Jospat. Round of Jospat. The second position, we have Philip. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Philip. Round of applause for Mr. Philip. The man of the moment in Kaduna who made the race, Mr. Mburu. Round of applause for Mr. Mburu, please. It will interest you to know that the three of the athletes are all from Kenya. Please, a round of applause for that. A round of applause. Presenting the medals to the senior advisor councillor to the governor, Mr. Jimmy Lawal, will be presenting. To the third person, Mr. Jospan from Kenya. To the second man, Mr. Philip of Kenya. Mr. Philip of Kenya. Number 2. Mr. of Kenya, Mr. meter is Kaduna with a cash prize of $10,000. What are you doing today? It's a round of applause. Mr. Mburu for the 21 kilometers. A round of applause to all of them. A round of applause, please. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for all your support. Congratulations to the athletes. Congratulations to the athletes. Let's prepare the ladies. A resounding applause to all the athletes. Resounding applause. And more to the ladies who are coming up today. Coming up here now, the 21-kilometer women category. Please a resounding applause to the women. To the women, it is a resounding one. To the women who did this afternoon, this morning. For the third place, Lillian of Kenya. I have Lillian of Kenya for the third place. Lillian. Hello. I have Lillian of Kenya coming third place. Lillian coming third place of Kenya. In the second place, we have Karen. We have Karen from Kenya. Karen from Kenya. Karen, apologies Karen. And the woman of the moment, Mayo from Kenya. Okay. Mayo from Kenya. She here, all right. 5,000 round of applause. A round of applause to these women of substance. Karen from Kenya. Applause to Karen, please. A round of applause to Karen, please. First lady of the day, Mayo from Kenya as well. 'Congratulations to the ladies from Kenya. Congratulations. Thank you. The DJ is going to keep the results coming. But before that, let me thank the pressmen who are here today. Thank you. Thank you for the coverage. To the Executive Council of Kaduna State here present today, thank you all for coming. Thank you for supporting us this morning and making history. To all our runners today, thank you very much.
It's been a wonderful day right here in Kaduna, the very first edition of the Kaduna Marathon. And of course, I believe you've enjoyed all the winners. We have the Kenyans as usual coming to Nigeria to cut away all the prize money. For the men, we have someone from Kenya winning it, talking about John Umburu. And of course, for the women, Karen Mayo also winning, also coming from Kenya. But the good thing is at least we have a Nigerian finishing in the top 5, Emmanuel G, and that's what we have to celebrate. We're expecting at least someone from Kaduna actually getting to the top 10 or even top 20. We didn't get that, but this is the very first edition. But we know that by next year, of course, Kaduna should be able to produce another marathon winner, the one that will be homegrown right here and be able to win their race. Thank you so much for staying tuned, and thank you so much for watching Channels TV live from Kaduna for the very first edition of the Kaduna Marathon. Thank you.